I love Justin Turner, man. He's just he's a guy that is so easy to admire. He and his wife have just been so charitable with their time and with their efforts. He is the guy, I guess you would say, the position player that has been through the most with the Dodgers and is a self-made man. He has been, even with the Dodgers' postseason woes, he has been the consistent thumper for them. It would be horrible for the Dodgers to clinch the World Series and that he's not part of it, because he's told in the eighth inning, by the way, you are positive. And I would understand if players are like, well, could it be false? Could it be not? We got to have Big Red out here. So why not take it out of the Dodgers' hands? Why wouldn't Major League Baseball just basically say, sorry, Justin, we'll be the bad guy here? What happened there? How did that not happen, essentially?
I believe they tried to do that, and he essentially said no. and here's the thing: if you're Major League Baseball and you try to fine him, it's going to be under the coronavirus protocols, and it's going to be a pretty minimal fine. You're not going to suspend him without the MLBPA saying, "Oh no, you don't," and probably winning that grievance. I don't know that there's a lot of recourse or repercussions here, and I think part of that illustrates how flimsy protocols can be if challenged. Nobody's really challenged them to this point, though, because you almost would look like a pariah for doing so. And I think in some quarters, Justin Turner is seen that way right now. But I also think that because it was the end of the season and the Dodgers were about to go and party, that the idea that after this month of being in the bubble, that after this year where they had to live like they never had before, and listen, that goes for all of us, Rich, so I'm not trying to say that baseball players in any way are unique, but they almost felt a sense of freedom. And the idea of them celebrating without Justin Turner didn't seem right to the players.
No, and I could understand. I could understand that point of view, Jeff. I really can.
And that, Rich, is sort of the thing that informed the story that I wrote today. Like, on a very human level, I understand the want and the desire to do that as well. It's extremely strong when you've spent your life dedicated to something, you finally achieve it, and you don't get to go out and celebrate it. But on the other hand, I put myself in that position, and I say what I do, and I think personally my decision would have been that the joy that I get out of knowing that I did it is what I need. And as much as I want to be out there with them, celebrating with them, as much FOMO as there might be, it's a greater good thing here. And it's almost an example that baseball has said all year long in figuring out how to deal with these things and going almost 2 straight months without a positive test among players. And I have no idea how Justin Turner contracted coronavirus. I imagine it was not because he was running afoul of protocols, but to see him do it in as blatant a fashion as he did. Listen, Rich, if Justin Turner tested positive for COVID-19 and remained in isolation, I don't think we would be talking about it right now. And if we did, it would be Justin Turner tested positive. He went into isolation. We're concerned, because every human being should be concerned when there's one case that there could be an outbreak with the Dodgers. Let's hope there's not. We'll be over.
Yeah,
it's not, though. I guess this is something that's going to linger.